Running an independent pharmacy today feels like playing whack-a-mole. You fix one thing, something else breaks. You get staffing stable, then reimbursement shift. You finally get the phone under control, then a new regulation lands on your desk. And the exhausting part isn't any one of those problems, it's how they never come along. At VOXO, we work inside independent pharmacy operations every day. When we sit down with owners, the conversation almost never starts with one problem. It starts with 7 of them, all happening at the same time, all pulling in different directions. So that's exactly what this video is. I'm going to walk you through the 7 biggest challenges independent pharmacies are facing right now. And for each one, I'm going to give you a practical way to actually get ahead of it. And I'll tell you up front, the first challenge on this list isn't the one most owners expect. It's not financial. But once you see this, you'll recognize it immediately. All right, let's get into it. Challenge number 1, keeping up with digital. The healthcare industry has gone fully digital, from telehealth visits to mobile prescriptions, and yet many independent pharmacies are still catching up. The biggest struggle for small pharmacies is implementing new technologies under tight budgets. Something as simple as offering online refills, appointment reminders, or a modern AI agent system can make the difference between a pharmacy that feels accessible and one that feels outdated. And here's the part most owners underestimate. Patients already expect these features. When they can't get them from you, they go somewhere they can. Upgrading doesn't mean replacing your human touch. It means automating the 70% of routine interactions, like hours and refills and status checks, so you and your team can spend more time counseling patients. That's why pharmacies exploring AI-driven phone systems like our AI agent here at VOXO are finding it's not about technology for technology's sake, but about making communication as personal and reliable as it used to be, at scale. But even when you upgrade your tech, there's another challenge that emerged after the pandemic, and it's one many owners didn't see coming. Challenge number 2, fewer leads from healthcare providers. After COVID, referrals from physicians dropped dramatically. This is because financial pressure has kept more patients out of clinics, meaning fewer prescriptions and new patient leads coming for community pharmacies. This means independent pharmacies have to generate their own patient traffic, not just wait for doctors' faxes to come in. And many are turning to outreach programs, flu clinics, vaccination drives, synchronization programs, and patient follow-up calls. This is where automation can quietly help. An AI agent can reach out to patients due for vaccines, for refills, or to remind them when their chronic meds are running low. This is the same kind of follow-up a doctor's office might provide. I go over this in detail in this video on how pharmacies will be adding $15,000 a month in new revenue using AI in 2026. You can check it out after this one. That said, over time, this kind of automation builds patient loyalty that no referral can replace. In other words, the more proactive your communication, the less dependent you are on anyone else's pipeline. But of course, even with new patients coming in, there's a separate growing financial storm independent pharmacies are facing next. Challenge number 3, navigating DIR fee changes. The new CMS rule requires pharmacies to include all DIR fees at the point of sale. On paper, that's meant to improve transparency, but in practice, it's created cash flow chaos for many independent pharmacies. Here's the impact. Pharmacies now see reduced reimbursements up front with less predictable profit margins. The key response many owners are adopting is improving adherence, because when patients stay adherent, refill volume stays consistent. Simple tools like automated refill reminders, digital refills, or home delivery can stabilize this cash flow. This is why we're integrating outbound AI agents to help pharmacies stay ahead of these sudden reimbursement shifts, by ensuring no refill opportunity slips through the cracks. And that stability becomes critical for the next challenge, because without it, even loyal patients can start to fade away. Challenge number 4, growing and keeping your patients. Independent pharmacy numbers have been declining steadily for more than a decade. The NCPA Digest reports a drop from over 23,000 locations in 2011 to around 2,100 in 2018. But what's driving it isn't just economics, it's expectations. Patients now want an easy, frictionless experience. That means clear communication, accurate wait times, quick refills, and the ability to get help at any hour, not just during store hours. The solution is digital tools that allow you to bridge that gap without losing your local touch. At VOXO, our early adopter pharmacies use AI to handle 24/7 inbound requests and outbound reminders, quietly keeping patients engaged even when the pharmacy is closed. And because they are adopting early, they will secure longevity for their business. Because it's not about being the biggest pharmacy in town, it's about being the most reachable. But being reachable is only half the battle. Because even if you're busy, the question becomes, are you profitable? Challenge number 5, cash flow and profit margins. Between DIR fees, inflation, and the cost of keeping up digitally, profit margins are thinner than ever. And adding to that, only 3% of customers filling prescriptions buy anything else during their visit. That means every call, every refill, and every service touch point counts. Smart pharmacies are turning each refill call into a chance to check for other needs, things like adherence packaging, vaccinations, and delivery enrollment. You can't save your way to growth. Sales drives business, and that is a primary focus we look at with our pharmacy clients. What we're seeing is automation helps by ensuring no revenue opportunity is missed. If an AI system can capture a refill at 10 p.m. on a Sunday, that's business that stays local, doesn't go to a 24-hour chain. And yet, even with the right systems, there's another challenge straining nearly every independent pharmacy today: the human side of it all. Challenge number 6, operational shortages. Recent staff walkouts have highlighted the pressure pharmacists and techs are under. Longer hours, more calls, and less time for patient interactions. The reality is, burnout doesn't just hurt morale, it affects safety. Studies show that medication errors rise as interruptions increase. Interruptions, as in things outside of being a pharmacy technician and doing what you love and were trained to do. In our world here at VOXO, what we've seen as the biggest helper for this is automating repetitive communication things like refills, status checks, and pickup notifications. When you do that, you create margin, space, and peace for pharmacists to do what only they can: verify, counsel, and protect patient safety. But there's one final challenge that ties all of these together, and solving it might be the single biggest unlock for independent pharmacies. Number 7, vendors all over the place. Most independent pharmacies today juggle multiple systems, one for calls, another for texting, a separate IVR, website, marketing platform, and a refill portal. This is a fragmented vendor ecosystem. It's expensive, it's confusing, and inefficient. Each tool might solve a small problem, but together, they create a lot of friction. Forward-thinking owners are consolidating, using unified platforms that connect calls, messages, refills, and marketing all into one place. That's where integrated systems such as VOXO are focusing, connecting the communication dots so pharmacies can offer a seamless patient experience without multiple logins, cost, or vendors. And the beauty is, once the noise clears, you rediscover the thing that drew you to the pharmacy in the first place: care that feels personal, not administrative. So today, we walk through 7 of the biggest challenges facing independent pharmacies, from digital transformation all the way to staffing shortages. And while none of these are simple, they all share one theme: communication and efficiency are at the center. And if you've been nodding your head this whole time thinking, yeah, this all makes sense, but where do I even start? Well, we actually unpack that in another video. It's called How Independent Pharmacies Will Save $8,000 a Month Using This AI Tool. That one takes a closer look at the day-to-day phone challenges we all deal with and how a few simple changes can free up time and reduce stress across your team. I'm Brennan from VOXO. Thanks for watching and investing your time into building a smarter, more sustainable pharmacy. If this was helpful, subscribe to stay updated, because the pharmacies winning tomorrow are the ones rethinking how they work today.